Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tintin57 and this is a bit of Train Sim World 2 and we're driving the 465 today, which is a lot of people's favourite EMU. Let me just get everything set up. That's the doors open. Lights are up here, tail lights are off, headlights to day running. You know, it's been a while since I've actually driven this. Let me try and remember where everything is. Traction is normal, vigilance, normal. DSD, AWS. Right, so I think we're good there. Can't remember if there's anything I need to switch on up here. What was that? Door control fuse, that's okay, that's all working. I think we're good. Let's take a quick look outside. So this is a 465. This was really highly anticipated, wasn't it? For Southeastern High Speed. I should tell you I'm on Southeastern High Speed because I haven't done yet. You regulars will know that this 465 is linked to Southeastern High Speed. Very nippy. I think it's called the Nippy Networker, and I can see why. You'll see that once we get underway. Let's close the doors. It's a short run today, about half an hour. Gillingham is our first stop. So we've got 4 notches of acceleration on this one, and you see there how quickly we got up to speed. We've got to be careful we don't go over speed, but we do have a 90 coming up. It's great, the track noise is great as well going over these joints. So we'll soon be able to accelerate. There we go. So let's get up to speed. What is the top speed in this one? 75 miles per hour. So we can actually get up to a higher speed than that on this route. But 75 is the maximum for this particular unit. Let's take a look outside. We'll sample the horn. We'll take a little screenshot while we're there. So yeah, the acceleration is great, and look at this, we've got plenty of people on board. This is nice to see. Got a yellow coming up. We'll take a look at the map in a few seconds once I pass this yellow and see what's happening. This will be the yellow, which is preparing us for the Gillingham level crossing, I'm sure. Although we have gone green just there. Right, let's look at the map. Put some brake on while we do that. So we are going as far as Gravesend today, so you can see where we are. This 465, of course, doesn't run the full length of Southeastern High Speed because we do have the high speed section coming out of London. And the services don't run that far. And what I need to do as well is I need to do a bit of off the rails with this one. I've only used the 465 on Southeastern High Speed, and it's begging to go elsewhere to really give it a good run. So we're coming up to the level crossing at Gillingham. the speed down. Let's just have a look what we've got going on today. Got quite a few stops, but as I said, it's about half an hour, so it's quite a nice run. This is Gillingham. Now, even though I'm a northerner, I have been down to Gillingham to watch the football. I haven't been to see Gillingham. I went to see Preston versus Gillingham some years ago. That's a bit of a trek for me from where I am. I can tell you that much. But I didn't go by train, so I don't know how similar Gillingham station is to the real thing, but I'm sure you guys will tell me, you guys that know this route. Oh, those guys got off the train there like they were stuck in glue. There's another 465 here on this platform. No tail lights or anything. I don't know what's happening with that one. Maybe that one is... Well, London Victoria, 11:17, so it's not ready to go yet. There are people on board though, look. If that is the Victoria train, it's got a while before it leaves. It's pretty busy, isn't it, Gillingham? I must say. The passenger loading is taking quite a while, actually, isn't it? Right, so let's get those doors locked. And Chatham is the next stop. Home of Dovetail, of course. So we can wave to Matt and JD and Nat and all the other guys. Assuming they're back in the office after COVID. I think Matt certainly is. Don't know about the other guys. .2 miles to Chatham. I've got a 50 coming up at the end of this tunnel. Keep an eye on that. So I realised I'd not driven the Javelin on this route for quite some time as well, and so I thought last night I'll run a Javelin service. So I started from the London end, and I got to, it's Ebbsfleet, isn't it, where I think it's Ebbsfleet International, is it, where you change the power over. I couldn't remember the sequence for changing the power over, and I had to consult my little notebook that I've got that has got all these little tips and tricks for each route. There is a Javelin, as we just talking about it. I had to consult the tips book to remember just how to switch the power over. Isn't it funny that if you don't run something for a certain length of time, it's easy to forget. Especially in the case of LZB. LZB is another one that I've not used for quite some time. I'll need to go back to one of the ICE routes there and see if I can remember how to do that. I think I'm okay with that, but I did run the Javelin end to end last night, and I quite enjoyed it, which then reminded me to use the 465 once again. So here we are. I do like running on the British routes. Of course, no other news about any other British routes so far. We know about Spirit of Steam. We don't know yet when that's going to be released, but at the moment that's the only thing that's been announced for UK or Britain. Come to a nice stop there. This is Chatham. There is a new German route being worked on at the moment, although it hasn't been announced yet what that route is or when it's expected. But you would assume that many people at Dovetail are working on Spirit of Steam right now, but they will be developing other things in the background that they've just not told us about yet. I'm sure of that. It's actually, the last couple of weeks has been quite a light period for news. You know, if you follow the channel, you'll know that when there's something going on, I try to put out a news video or what's coming up this week in Train Sim World 2. Not been able to do many of those recently. This week, the classic train simulator, rebranded from TS, I think it was TS22, has been rebranded to Train Simulator Classic. That's been launched. Is that today? It was today or yesterday. So a couple of the streams this week have quite rightly been focused on that and the relaunch. So there wasn't really anything to speak about on the Railfan TV that we could kind of look forward to as far as TSW2 is concerned. But we are near the end of another week, so next week's schedule will probably be announced on Friday, late on Friday, as it normally is. So we'll see what there is next week to look forward to. But after a period of quite a number of routes being released, it seems to have gone very quiet. So this is Rochester. So first of all, we pass through Rochester Old Station. The platforms are still here, but the buildings are gone. This is the old station. Probably wasn't cost effective to remove these platforms, I guess. So they've been left in. Thanks to those, by the way, who voted on the poll that's running on the website, YouTube, on the community tab. I just put a poll on there just to see what you guys were interested in as far as the channel coverage goes. Which games I've been covering recently that you're most interested in. It's no surprise that Train Sim World 2 is leading at the moment. But there is a fair majority of you who quite like everything that's being covered on the channel, which was quite nice to see. So thank you for voting on that. And this is Rochester. We'll have a quick look outside because it's nice, Rochester. Got the castle over there, which I like. And then when we go across this bridge, over to the right, we've got the submarine as well, which is a nice touch in the docks there. A lot of concrete on this station, isn't there? It's actually a very good screenshot there. I do take lots of screenshots. You know, since on consoles, dovetail live rail shots has been a thing, it is good to be able to take those, because of course it takes away the hood and all the other bits and pieces away from the picture, so you can get some really good pictures. I quite often go back on Dovetail Live and just have a quick look at old historic ones that I've taken. So we have got a 20 coming up. And what do we have here? We've got the 37 there, which looks like the 37 from West Cornwall. So that's nice to see. Got the submarine over there in the docks. Must prepare for this 20. So that's a really good thing as well, since Creators Club has been a thing. You'll get random liveries for different locals and trains that you've downloaded from Creators Club appearing. So when I was running the Javelin last night, I got down to Hoo Junction, and at Hoo Junction just sat there was the bright green Climate Hero Class 66, which I downloaded some time ago, and I did actually cover it on the channel. Go back and have a look for that one. I enjoyed doing that. I ran that on London Commuter. Just text me his power off. But yeah, last night I was pleasantly surprised just to see it sat there in the siding at Hoo Junction. When I'm on Cathcart Circle line, my first and only very, very poor attempt at repainting the Class 314 always appears. I basically changed it to a sky blue colour and wrote Tintin 57 on the side of it, and that's it. And now, embarrassingly, as I'm driving around Cathcart Circle, it's randomly passes me, or it's sat there in Glasgow Central Station just waiting for me. So I need to go back to that and improve it a little bit, because if that ever appears on one of these videos, then I will probably rightfully get some stick from all you professionals out there that are creating this excellent content on Creators Club. I deserve everything I get there. And this is Strood. We're running slightly late, but it's not a problem. We have a bit of a faster section coming up after Strood, and we can soon make some of that back, I'm sure. So we've got quite a few people using this train today. It's actually quite long as well, isn't it? It is a long one. But the loading times for the passengers seems a bit weird. They seem very long on this route. I don't know if it's this route or this particular, it's on the 465. Not sure. But they do seem to take quite a while compared to some of the others, especially when we're behind time as well, because we want to get away really and make some of this time up. But we're ready to go, so we'll hop back in. Rainham is the next stop. So once we clear this 15 miles per hour, let's see if we can get speeded up. This is Strood Tunnel, 2,127 metres, which is pretty impressive. Just waiting for this 70, the back of the train to clear this 70, and then we'll accelerate up. There we go. So we'll put it straight into notch 4. And you can see the rate of acceleration is excellent. And we're completely flat at the moment, we're not going downhill. We're actually due in Rainham around half a minute. We're not going to do that obviously, but we may be able to pick up a few seconds and claw it back. So I think this is widely acknowledged as one of the best local DLCs that is in TSW2. I think it resonates with so many people that use this line and wherever else this 465 actually runs. People know this, you can always tell on the forums when something's released. The 313 is another one similar that people know and love, and without having seen any of the sales figures, we'll never get to see those. I would assume that this one was really good for Dovetail and a really good seller for them. Just over half a mile. So we'll take some speed out, then we don't overshoot, which at this speed is fairly easy to do. And there is a 375, of course, which is the stock EMU for this route. You get that and the Javelin and the 66 as well for the freight services that are on this route. So that is about to depart. I must also get the collectibles as well. I haven't got the collectibles yet for the PS5 version of this. I did collect them on the PS4. So I might spend an afternoon doing that quite soon, because there is a trophy for that, as there is on the majority of the routes. Sometimes when I just don't feel like driving somewhere, I do go and walk around the routes. So the collectibles is good for that, because it gives you a reason to actually get out and about, which you probably wouldn't normally do. Because the main thing is, we're here for the driving, of course. So Rainham's quite a long straight platform, and we've got 4.4 miles to Gravesend, which is actually our final stop. There's the rear of the train. Another Javelin comes past. This is Who Junction. So let's see if the 66 is here again. Might not be so lucky this time. There is something parked up here. So there's the other one. There's the Maritime Blue 66 that I've got as part of Creators Club, and I think this is just the standard. It's just the standard one. Yep, the EWS. So I'd forgotten about the Maritime one. That's another nice livery that I've got for the 66. But you see what I mean? It's nice for them to randomly appear like that, especially when you've downloaded them and you've forgotten about them. It's a nice surprise to see those. 2.7 miles. Warning board. So I presume there's a crossing coming up, or a foot crossing perhaps. There it is. Watch I don't speed again. It's a decent amount of action points as well for such a short run. If that's your thing and you're looking to level up. So we've got a 50 as we start to slow up, ready for Gravesend. Got a 30 coming up. Yeah, we're just going to be slightly late, but nothing that the passengers will really worry about, I'm sure. So Gravesend is where we are going to terminate. And that will be the end of today's video. So if you enjoyed it, please do leave me a like. I would appreciate that. And thanks as always for watching. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting there. We're getting there. And as always, do appreciate all your support, all the comments. Try and answer every single comment that comes in. So if you need to ask me anything, feel free just to drop me a comment on one of the videos. I will see it at some point. And this is Gravesend. We do have a red at the end of the platform, which we need to avoid. The stopping point is right under this bridge. Carefully does it. There's about 20 yards, I think, between the stopping point and the red in this case, so it's quite generous compared to some. There we go. Everybody off. So that was our short service today, and as I said, thanks for joining me. It's been great to have your company. Really appreciate it. And we'll unload everybody here, and that'll be us done. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.